All right, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. Say hi. Moi. All right. Thank you very much for attending here. Unfortunately, there was some technical difficulty, but I hope the snacks can make up for it. I'm Osama. I'm VP of North Savo Entrepreneurship Society, and today's seminar is about investing for totally clueless people, led by our very nice mentor, Anastasia. Please have a round of applause. Without further ado, I will have her speak. Let's fix some of this. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Anastasia, and I again want to remind that we are live on YouTube, so I will ask one time someone to the stage, so remember that you will be recorded live and it will also stay there in YouTube, so you can watch it later also. But yeah, my name is Anastasia. I am from Russia originally, from Yakutia. I will tell about this. So first of all, I thank you all for coming and being interested in this topic, because and I'm telling you right away, straightforward, that I'm not going to sell you anything today. Unfortunately, I was not sponsored by anyone. No one is helping me with this. I do it completely from my own enthusiasm and willingness to share about this, because I think this is really important for everyone actually who thinks about their finances. So, yep, let's go. And also I want to say that this is my first time as speaker, so please give me discount for that if I am somehow like weird or not so professional, because this is my first time and I'm very excited about this. So I am originally from Russia and from Yakutia. Oh, wait, it's not sorry. For some reason it's not showing. Okay. Is it showing now? Okay, it's going out, yeah, for some reason. Well, at least you can see it like that, right? Yeah, somehow it doesn't show if I put it on the full screen mode, so let's let it just be. Yeah, so I am entrepreneur, I am massage therapist. Here in Finland, I'm just like working by myself, I am self-employed. My business name of my business is Hemotuluhuone Kuopio, which is like pampering room, you can translate it. I've been already working for 6 years in Finland, and basically I work at home. I just have my office kind of at home, and people come to me and then I massage them, and that's it. Yeah, it's very simple. I'm also a social service professional. I finished my degree in Finland, but I don't work as that because I have my massage business. I like it more. And I also do a personal assisting job, which is like helping person with disability. Hi, Pisa. And yeah, I am from Yakutia, from Russia, and here you can see the YouTube video. There is this one YouTube channel, QB, and she tells about like, this is like extreme place, like the most extreme place maybe on earth to live, because it's actually officially the coldest place on earth inhabited. So I am from there. And also I am just a normal human being. I'm not any like finance person, you know, I'm just a like basic person like everyone else. So I think that's why my experience is valuable, so that you know, guys, that actually everyone can learn something about investments and everyone can start and do something about that. It's not only for some very rich people or something. It's for everyone. So, why we want to invest? I wanted to have here the nice animations, but it doesn't show, right? Yeah, sorry. I just have to take these annoying things out. So, why we want to do why we want to invest? Here you can see some reasons, like beating the inflation and all the others. So, For the first thing, I need one volunteer now who has the money, like €5 or €10 bill, you know, like the paper. Does anyone have? Who has it? Please come to the stage. It will be interactive. Does anyone have like paper one? It needs to have like paper one. Or you can have, you have €5. Okay, well, welcome. Woo. Please give applause for our, come here, come here.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have a €5 bill now, show it to the people, right? It's the real bill. What will happen after, so inflation percent in Finland, usually in the last 30 years, has been 2%. So 2%, your money is going down, you understand, right? Every year in Finland. So your money is going 2% down. So what will happen after, in 2060? What will happen after 35 years? I will show you what will happen with this money. Yeah, that's what will happen. It will be halved. But don't worry, I have, of course. Actually, for being brave and coming, you get double.
Oh my God, I should have put a 50.
Let's give applause to Imbizo. So, but €5 is okay, right? It will be like €2.5. But what if you are saving and you have €30,000, €20,000? It will be halved. It's not that fun, right? So that's why we want to invest. We want to beat the inflation. By the way, I forgot to say that since I am entrepreneur, massage therapist, you have amazing possibility to get €5 discounts. Please take some coffee if you want, it's free. Yeah, €5 discount vouchers I have there, and I have there next to the coffee machine. So everyone is welcome to take €5 discount. It's used once per one person. So yeah, it's for my massage services. Why we want to invest? Beating the inflation is one, as I said. Then achieving the goals can be for someone like buying the houses, early retirement. Have you heard about that? Early retirement, yeah. In YouTube, there's a lot of videos about that, which is, I think, is also possible. Then pension worries, which is like personally for me, and I think for many of you as well. Who is worried about their pension? Raise your hands. Yeah, good. So, and then the fourth one, just becoming a rich bitch, right? Everyone wants to be rich, so why not? Let's do it, guys. Yeah, my personal goal is pension. That's why I started to dig into this. So here I have an article from Yle that shows that most Finnish people, most Finns are not trusting the pension system. Because like about half of people, and also when I meet people, they also say like, we're not really like trusting because like birth rates are going down, so who will be working when we're old? Who will be paying the taxes when we're old? So we have to take care of ourselves, I think. So investment gives us also this kind of possibility to just secure our future, just in case, you know, because you cannot trust that, because like what will happen? Like, will there be enough people in Finland to pay the taxes or, and so on? So like, it's good to think about that. So, why the time matters, so why we start early is because, why to start early to invest? Is there someone who is in their 20s? Can you raise your hands? Okay, we have only 3 people. Okay, good, great, 4 or 5, great. This is a really good time for you. This is very, like, you have to listen to this, you know, you have to hear this, because the earlier you hear this, the better it is for you. The earlier you start, the better it is. But also for us, for older people, it's okay, it's like just we have to start as soon as possible, you know, because we don't have that much time. what I go say with this anxiety infection is that I don't know what I say, but ability to take more risk. Let's go into this one. So when you are 20 years old and you have like longer time than, for example, at 40 years old, right? Obviously, you are going to live, you have like kind of longer time to live. So you have a longer time to take some risks also. It means that because market is usually when you invest, it goes up and down, it goes up and down. So if all this like Corona, for example, market went down, wars, they go down, but then they still recover always. And I will show you the graph to prove the point. It always, like the market always recovers. So the younger you are, you will have longer time. You have to take riskier investments because of that, just because of your age, because you will have time for market to recover. That's why it's so important for you guys to do it as fast as possible, as soon as possible, as soon as you can. Yeah, and then greater flexibility is the same. The earlier you start, then you can something about the same thing, that you have like more perspective kind of, you can just you can take more risks, exactly, that's the thing there. And then the compound interest, did anyone hear about compound interest before? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good. 7. Yeah, great. So they say that compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. And it's so interesting why they don't tell this. So first of all, I want to say to you that you guys did great that you came to this event, because you will know about this today. If you haven't heard about this today, you are going to know about this today, and this is gonna change your life probably. And I don't know why they don't teach these things in school, for example, because this is so basic, financial grammar. I feel like they just want to make workers and taxpayers or something. They don't want people to be independent, really. I feel like that, especially banks and all these institutions. They think it is some niche kind of topics. For example, who is willing to buy apartment or a house in Finland at some point in their life? Is there someone who wants to buy an apartment or house? 1, 2, 3, okay, yeah. So if you want to do that, and if you are from 15 to 39 years old, you should open an ASP-tili. So it's called Asuntosäästötili, is the bank account where you save your money for buying a house. It's only can do people who are from 15 to 39, and then when you will buy the apartment, you will save at least for 2 years, and you don't need to save that much. Then you can buy apartment or house for with very good bonuses. The Finnish government will actually help you in that if you would not do that, compared to what if you would not do that. So these kind of things also they don't tell. And when I found out about it, I was like, wow, why I didn't hear about this, because then we could have bought our apartment much earlier, It's just this knowledge kind of things that somehow are kind of hidden, you have to be interested in them to actually know. But I think they actually should be broadcasted, and everyone should know about them, so everyone can use them. Next, so the exponential, I'm not going to show this one yet. Okay, compound interest is it's based on exponential growth. If you know from mathematics, it's just grows like this. And I will give you a question. So you have 1 cent in the first day. Then the second day it doubles, you have 2 cents. In the third day it doubles, you have 4 cents. So it doubles like that. Question, how many years you need for you to become a millionaire? Answers. Like it doubles every day. Like first you have, but you start from 1 cent. How many years you need to become millionaire? Just throw the answers.
30.
Huh?
30 years?
30 years, okay. Someone else? Just throw. Less than? Less than a year, okay. Someone else? What? Yeah, doubles every day. 2 months, okay. Good. So the answer is you need less than a month. So here you see how it happens. So first day 1 cent, second day 2 cents, 4 cents, then 8 cents, 16, 32, 64. And then, you know, the more money you have, the bigger it grows. So in the day 26, you have 300,000. In day 27, you have 600,000. And then you have 1 million in day 28. So this is like the more money you have, basically, the faster it grows. Exponential growth also works with things like bacteria, viruses. That's how COVID came, you know. The more people are infected, the more people get infected. Also, it is applicable for social media. The more subscribers you have, the more you will start having subscribers, you know. The more customers you have in your business, the more you will start getting new customers. So first, always start slow, but then with exponential growth, as with this kind of, like in the mathematics, this kind of graphic, it will start going very fast. And then I have another question for you. So, there is 2 brothers, 2 twin brothers. So, John and Rob accumulated amount to grow. Whereas Rob starts at age 30 to invest, and he invests until age 65. So, the question is, at what age Rob's capital will become greater than John's capital? Just answer. At what age he will be having more money than he? He invested for 10 years, and he will be investing from 30 to 65. At what point he will reach more than him? Just throw the answers.
40.
What did you say? Never? 40? Never? Someone else? 50. At 50. Okay, thank you very much. The answer is never. You were right. Never. He will never reach John. Why? Exactly because of exponential growth. Here you see it. Like it starts slow, 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 but in the end it like escalates. So, yeah. And like the difference is like John invested only for 10 years of his life. But he just started early. He started at 20. And Rob started at 30, but then he will invest all his life, and he will never reach John. Like, this is so unfair, right? But that's how it is. Okay, and then another video to prove the same point.
Sadan äänenvoimakkuuden taso.
Sorry, this is just talking, so.
Sadan äänenvoimakkuuden taso.
Well, big bro, I'm all set to be a millionaire at 67 with just $15 per day and the power of compound interest. Wait, what? I want to do that too. Okay, but since I'm 25 and you're 30, it's going to cost you $21 a day. Huh? How is that fair? Because at compound interest, my money will grow longer. Okay, well, $6 a day isn't that much. It's not, but you'll have to invest $283,605 and I'll only have to invest $229,950. That's over $50,000 difference just because I'm 5 years older than you. Yep, the longer you compound your money, the more it works for you. It pays to be the little brother. Whatever, I'm still mom's favorite. So
here you can see again the same power of compound growth also in the 5-year difference. And then, so imagine a person who is, wait, let me see. I want to put this on just on purpose so you would not see it.
Dia 11. Dia.
So, yeah, it's okay for now. I will show it to you later. So, if 30 years old person invests 200 euro per month, this is doable, right? Like I'm gonna be soon, after a few months, 30 years old, and I start investing 200 euro per month for 35 years until I'm 65. And 65 is now the age when people are going to pension in Finland. I'm gonna, at 7% annual interest, which is very normal and it's doable if you invest into some indexes. It's actually very easy. You even don't need to do anything special to get that. So if I invest for 35 years, as I started now, as 30, just 200 euros per month, I will get, by age 65, 340,000 euro, which is basic Finnish pension. 340,000 euro, it's basic Finnish pension. But if parents, some lucky baby's parents, or for example you, as maybe you are a parent or future parent, if you as a parent start saving for your newborn baby, same 200 euros, just per month for just 2 years, and you will let it grow, you will keep the money there untouched. So by the time baby is 65 years old, he will have the same 340,000 euro. So let me show you this now. Yep. Do you see it? So I will invest as 30 years old for my pension 84,000, and then it will grow to 340, right? But if you start saving for your baby now, you will just have to put 4,800. It's like less than 5,000. Like 2 months salary, right? Basic 2 months salary. For 2 years, you will put 200 euro. Your baby will have the same amount, like. So it's the time that makes the difference. You see it, right? Like the difference is huge, but it's the time that makes it. So make the time work for you. Okay, now we will have some break, because soon we will go to some like boring things like what is stocks and all these things. So now I would like you to just for 5 minutes, I'm gonna give you, go into little groups, 3, 4 people, and share what you already do what are you doing anything in investments? Are you starting? Are you in completely beginner, not doing anything? Maybe you have started something. Please share, you have 5 minutes. So here you see, hey guys, now we're continuing. I hope your attention is here. Yeah. So here you see S&P 500. Has anyone heard before about S&P 500? Yeah, you guys heard? Emily, have you heard about S&P 500?
What 500?
S&P 500. Yeah.
Something about inflation.
No. Good guess. So it's S&P 500 basically is something like people made it. Like there was journals, okay? Standard journal, like finance journal that was in like long time ago in America, and then Poor's journal. So Poor was actually his surname, and he was in finance. Yeah. So Standard and Poor S&P 500. 500 stands for 500 biggest American companies. And since America is the biggest economy still, it basically shows how the market overall, the stock market has been doing for its history basically. So here you can see, and it's also inflation adjusted. You can see from like 1930s until today, so how many years? Like 90 years, how the market has been doing basically globally. And you can see that it's actually been still growing. There was ups and downs, but it's still been actually like consistently growing. Here you can see there was the Depression time in America. And then, I don't know, the wars, maybe somehow, World War II, I don't know, also maybe it's this one, this dip. And then this dip, I'm not sure what are those. Here was the 2008, was the very big crisis, remember, economical crisis? I was a child then, but I even remember that people were talking about this in like news and so on. So it's here, but still the market, you see the market still recovers. And then COVID is here. Yep, it's just this one. And then that's it, it recovers. So whatever kind happens, the market still recovers. You should remember that if you start investing and then your stocks go down, maybe it's not the best option if you have a long-term perspectives as pension, yeah? Maybe it's not the best option for you to like, in panic, sell everything. Like, you should be calm, cool mind, no emotions, and just have your vision and understand that actually, usually it is growing, so you probably don't need to worry. But still keep in mind what happened to Nokia or what happened to Intel. They went down and that's it, they never recovered. And most probably Nokia is very personal, painful story for Finnish people, right? It was such a success, it went down, that's it, it's dead basically. It is still there somehow, but it's nothing near to what it was like in some time ago. So you just also have to keep in mind that sometimes companies just go bankrupt and that's it. Like, there is no hope for them. But usually, market still grows. So that's why it's also good to diversify, not to buy one stock, like not to put all your money to one stock, because that one stock might fall. It might fail, and then all your money is gone. That's why we call, as investors, we have this term, diversification. So it means you buy many different things. You buy, for example, whole funds, where is little amounts of these stocks. So if something goes down, not all your money are gone, you know? It's like secure way to invest. So next, I'm gonna talk about stocks. So this is like the basic thing, right? Like what is investing without stocks. So stocks and shares is the same thing. And I have as example here, Apple. Everyone knows this big, giant American tech company. Apple has at the moment 14.84 billion shares. So it's like crazy amount, right? 14.84 billion stocks. So it means the company is basically divided to every share, every stock is part of the company. So Apple company is divided to like billions of shares. And each of you can become an owner of Apple by buying one stock. If you have one stock, you have 0.0000001% of huge Apple company. How much is the price per share now? When I did it, it was on 12, so when was it? Few days ago. It goes, every day it goes up and down, the price of the share. So it is now $245.27. So $250, 250 euro basically, one share of Apple. It goes up and down, but as you will see in the graphs, long time, like I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, Apple was much, much cheaper than it is now. So if you would have bought Apple shares then, you would have actually get much more money now. So you become owner of Apple by buying a share. Where you do it? Does anyone know where to do it now, as we are now in Finland? In which platform we buy shares? Banks? Other? No. Nordnet, yes. Nordnet is one also like what I use. But banks like OP, big banks, also Nordea, they also have possibilities to buy index funds and stocks and so on. So that's how you do. But Nordnet is the biggest one in Nordic countries. And it is also good, also as banks, you don't need to tell anything to tax office because they do it automatically for you. So you don't need to bother about that. You know, they will do it. So if you get anything, like, you don't need to worry about that at least. But there is, of course, big international, like some platforms like Fidelity, but I'm not sure if it's only American or some others. Do you know any other international brokerage platforms? Yeah, eToro, yeah. Maybe you heard something like this. Something else? Maybe. But I think Vanguard is something else, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe it is. So there is like international also ones, but maybe through international they will not, international broker platforms, they will not work with Finnish tax office, not necessarily. But at least Nordnet is working, that's why it's like, I think many Finnish people use it. Also I use it. Also you can use banks. If you already have OP, Nordea, then maybe you can see what they have. Yeah. So when you buy Apple share, for example, you buy like, you say, okay, I want to buy one Apple share, yeah, for 250 euro. Then Apple pays dividends. Many big companies, they pay dividends. For example, Coca-Cola. You can buy one share. I bought it just recently. It's like 65 euro. You can buy a few shares of that and you will get dividends. So big companies pay dividends. Also Procter & Gamble pays dividends. It's one of the actually favorite of Warren Buffett. Has anyone heard of Warren Buffett? It's the legendary investor guy. So what is the dividend? Dividend is basically a thank you card from a company, and it's paid from part of their profit. It's like they are saying, thank you, dear shareholder, thank you, dear Xiane, that you bought our shares. So we want to give you something in return, kind of. And now dividend from Apple is 26 cents per share. So if you buy one Apple, if you buy one Apple share, you will get 26 cents per share every 3 months. For us, it's not so big, but if you're a big investor and buying like, you know, you are some Warren Buffett and buying like billions, millions of shares, then of course, then it's big, right? And it's like kind of passive income completely. You don't do anything to get the dividends, right? And yeah, so, but there are a lot of YouTube videos that tell about how I retired early in my 30s, how I retired early from dividends. So they actually, like, you know, invested a lot of money and they somehow get from dividends actually like good living. But it's like, if you want to get even 1,000 euro from dividends, then it is like you have to invest something like 300,000 or something, like huge amount of money. So yeah, you have to start early, like very early to do that. So legal status of dividends is that like Apple doesn't have to pay you dividends. Like if they will not pay, you cannot say you have to pay me and I will go to the court. No, it's like it's their gift card, like kind of. It's like thank you, but they are not obliged. There is no legal law that is obliging them to pay you the dividends. It's like they promise, but they might say, sorry guys, this year was like shitty, so we don't have actually much profit, so sorry, we're not paying the dividends. It can happen, but for that you can also look at the history of company. For example, Apple probably has been always very good paying dividends. to gain the trust of their investors. Also Coca-Cola. I heard it has been always very stable, and it has been always also raising the dividends, you know. The price of dividend has been always raising, so it's good, you know. In the long run, like, they are willing to thank their investors always. Yeah. So dividends are paid only from the profit. Like, if company doesn't make profit, they will not necessarily pay the dividends, and that is the core difference between bonds. Have you heard about bonds? Yeah, like there is stocks and there is bonds. So this is the key difference with bonds, because bonds, I will tell about this soon. Okay, let's go to the next. Let's actually talk about bonds now. So what is the bond? Does anyone know what is the bond? You know already? Yes, great. One guy we have who already knows. So the bond is basically IOU paper. So bond is a loan. You are giving a loan to a company or even to a government. You are buying bond. By that you are giving, for example, government of Finland or government of Italy or America, you give them a loan. Because they don't want to, governments and businesses, companies, they don't necessarily want to get loans from banks, because banks have higher rates, and it's like, for them, it's kind of like, it's not that kind of good business deal, you know? If they get the investors to buy their bonds, it's actually better for them. It's more profitable for them, and it's also profitable for investors to buy the bonds. So the bond is it's a piece of paper. Nowadays, before it was piece of paper. Nowadays, it's like digital, obviously, and it's just a record that proves it's a record that proves that you have given a loan to this specific company or even a country. Usually, it is said that the bonds are overall considered a very safe investment instrument. Stocks are kind of more, you know, they are more risky. They might go up and down, but bonds are quite stable. They are low risk, but they are also kind of low return, you know. Always when there is a higher risk, there is a higher possibility for you to actually gain the money. And when there is a low risk, there is like, it's lower. Yeah, it's the lower. But usually what is bond, why bond is so good, why bonds are good, because they have a fixed percentage that you will get for sure. Like, no one can take it from you. I don't know, the world has to collapse, maybe then you will lose your money in bonds. Usually it is very like safe, because it's a loan. Like, even if company goes bankrupt, they first have to pay out the loans before they pay the dividends. Like, loans are like, yeah, they have to do it, you know, they have no way not to do it. So bonds have the face value, is the exact amount of money you loan. For example, 1,000 euro, you can loan to company or a government again. And then maturity date, bond has usually like the day the loan is due. Like then, for example, you buy bond for 10 years, it's possible, or 5 years. So by the end of the 5 years, you will actually get your money back. For example, you buy for 10,000 euro bonds for 10 years. In 2035, you will get your 10,000 back. But why it's good? Because they have coupon rate. So coupon rate is the percentage of interest the borrower promises to pay you each year, usually in 2 installments. So saying it in a simpler language is that so company has to pay you first. They usually have like 5% out of what you put it there. For example, you put it there, you bought bonds for 10,000 euro, right? So you basically gave them 10,000 euro bond, and they say, okay, each year we will pay you 5% interest. So 50 euro is it 50 or 500 out of, how much is 5% from 10,000? I'm sorry. 500. So 500 you will get each year. Yeah, and usually it is paid in 2 installments, like 250 and 250. And that is like very sure thing. They cannot say, oh, we are like bankrupted or we don't have profit. They cannot say that. They will for sure pay it. And what are the most secure bonds are usually government bonds, because governments don't get really bankrupted, right? Have you heard any like government going like bankrupted? Like that's quite rare. Companies go bankrupt, but government of Finland, I don't know when it will be bankrupted to not pay. Maybe never. Like Finland will still exist, right? So you can. It's very secure instrument. Yeah. Yeah, it's just going. Yeah, my computer like gets tired. So yeah. I actually don't know yet where to buy bonds, to be honest. I tried to figure that out. It was so hard. If you know, guys, does anyone know where to buy bonds in Finland? Like, no one knows. Yeah, I also don't know yet. Maybe it's something you want to research if you want to do that. But there are funds, for example, in Nordnet or in your bank, there are funds that have also bonds. So they will have already like, you will find some funds and there will be 7% is Italian bonds, then there is this, like some Maltese, Malta, and so on. So they kind of already divided that in their fund. So when you buy it, you already have it. Then I'm gonna talk about funds and why it is so amazing tool for each of us. For every beginner investor, you have to have funds. Actually, even not beginner, like everyone has to have funds. So, there is such thing as index mutual fund. Just forget the word like mutual. It's just, I just put it so it is like, it's the official name of, so you know it. It's like index mutual fund or just funds. In Finnish, it is.
Could we put the presentation mode? Maybe the PC will not sleep if it is in the presentation mode.
Yeah, but it doesn't show then. Yeah, it goes like, it shows my like main screen for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's in presentation mode, I tried, yeah. That's why it's like this. Yeah. So, in Finnish it is indeksirahasto. If you will go through Nordnet or your bank, you will see indeksirahasto. Suomi indeksirahasto, Sweden indeksirahasto, Swedish fund, I don't know, different kinds of funds. What is the fund itself? So, each fund is like a basket of fruits. So this is the basket of fruits, right? And instead of picking each fruit by yourself, like you can just buy a mini version of this big basket, like mini version. And this mini version includes all the fruits. It doesn't have only banana. It also has the kiwi and strawberries and apples and everything. It's just like, you know, copy of a big basket. So the main idea here is that you are buying the whole thing to like to take less risk, right? You are not buying only apple. You have, for example, 2,000 euro. You are not buying only apple with this 2,000 euro because you don't know what will happen to apple tomorrow or day or next month, next year. You don't know what will happen. If it will go down, then all your money is gone. But if you buy fund, there is already Apple, Microsoft, there is Alphabet A, which is Google, there is, I don't know, Coca-Cola, anything, you know, all the biggest, for example, companies of America. So funds can be really different. There is like Finnish funds which have like Kone, Metso, I don't know, big Finnish companies. Then they have the Swedish funds with the Swedish big companies. They have Europe funds. and they have bigger, and there is like Asian and Japanese and whatever, Indian funds. So you can invest in India, for example, in the biggest companies of India. It's also good to diversify by country, so that you don't only put everything to one country, because you don't know what will happen to that country, to the economy of that country. So you can put to the whole world, basically. There is also funds about the whole world. It's just called, for example, in Nordnet, it's called World Index. So there are biggest world companies, all over. So it's diversified, right? If America crashes, then it's no, it's gonna be bad for everyone, of course, because America is the biggest market, but still you then have something in emerging markets, Asia, Europe, then it's not that bad if America goes down. That's the point here, diversification, buying many different things, not putting all your eggs to the same basket. Why you want to invest into, why index funds are the best for everyone, not only for beginners, also for the professionals. I will prove you this now. Especially for beginners, it's very good because you don't need to do anything there. You just buy this index fund, and you know from how much you can start. You can start from 10 euro. In Nordnet, there are index funds that you can just start from 1 euro, and there is no fees. For example, Finnish fund, Suomi Indeksirahasto, there is 0 fee. You just put 10 euro and you're happy. And you put 10 euro every month, for example, if you can put 10 euro, and it's something that grows, and you will not probably lose this 10 euro. It will actually grow. It's actually now at the moment, Finnish market is doing very well, actually. Yeah. So why you have to do so this is the Warren Buffett, right? Why you have to actually just invest into index. Warren Buffett in 2018 won this 1 million bet that index funds are actually better. Funds that track index are better than professionals, than people. So basically, so what is index? Index is a kind of computer. Index is like a number, and computer follows it. Yeah. So computer follows there's, for example, this S&P 500 that I told, 500 top American companies. There is index for them that tracks how they are doing in the average, all of them, with all their ups. For example, Apple goes down, but Google is up. And so it becomes the average, average temperature kind of. It just tracks the average temperature. And Warren Buffett won the bet that this simple thing that just tracks the average temperature is better than professionals who has been in the field for many years, than all the Wall Street gurus. Index is stronger than, it's better basically to just invest into index funds than relying onto some Wall Street people. He did a bet with some company actually that is brokerage company, who are giving this kind of services for people. They are having the workers who are I'm gonna make your portfolio and then you pay, of course, for me for that money, right? If you buy index funds, you don't need to pay money for that, actually. There is some fees for different funds. There is some fees, but they're not big. They're not big. Not as big for sure as the person who would choose manually for you and manually regulate your portfolio. That's why. Index funds are the best. So here we can see what was the bet about, the Warren Buffett and this whatever hedgehog, whatever company he did the bet. So here are the years. I guess they betted for 10 years from 2008. And then we can see these are all the funds that people were manually managing. But it's also called trading. They were selling, they were buying, they were thinking, maybe this will go better now, I will buy this. Oh, maybe this is lower, I will sell this, I will buy this. And they were trying to think like really putting a lot of effort, studying the companies, like doing a lot of job. But what happens, and then S&P index fund doesn't do anything. You just buy it and you don't think. It just tracks the number, the average temperature, right? The average index. Look how much better it performed. 85% versus like, what, 7.5 someone did? Okay, this fund C, like 62%. Wow, yeah, it's close. But then there's 8, it's like, it's nowhere close to this. Even people who were like, and it is people who were managing it actively, spending days and nights. But it's also, remember that it's in a long run. In a long run, always index funds, index is doing always better. But in the short run, it can be like, okay, for example, here we see that this in 2011, Fund C, actively managed by a human being fund, did 5.9% interest, good, and then, but this index did 2.1. Okay, index, this person won the index then. It's also, they call it, he won the market by actively choosing the stocks. But then in the long run, when it's like, it can be also, it's many times it's just luck. People just say it's just luck. It's pure luck. And you cannot affect on that. But this is the middle, and that's like the system, that this is just like how it is. So no matter how hard you try, probably you will not beat the index anyways. So isn't it just wiser to invest into index? That was my point. Set my point about that. Bonds, stocks. And then I wanted to tell also about ETF, because it's also one very annoying term that is like no one understands what it is, and it's everywhere kinda. So it's basically, it stands for Exchange Traded Fund. And it's kind of same as index mutual funds that I told you about. It's just a different form of it. ETF can be tracking the index as well. Same as index mutual funds, it already says, it tracks the index. But ETF, they can, some of them track, it's in the name. When you will see in the Nordnet or somewhere, you will see ETF index. And you will see that actually this ETF, this fund, is tracking the index. What is the difference? It's just that usually ETFs, for example in Nordnet, they are bought like, you can buy them in pieces. So for example, the ETF can be like 100 euro per quality, per one. Basically per one, how to call it? Equity, per one this quantity. But index mutual funds, they don't have the quantity. You just put money. You can put 10 euro, you can put 100 euro, you can put 1,000 euro, doesn't matter. But the ETFs, they have usually the quantity. And ETFs can be about anything. There are ETFs about golden companies, like, gold mining companies. There are ETFs about cryptocurrencies, somehow this, I don't know, they are tracking something with cryptocurrencies. They have ETFs actually about everything, about like ecological systems, I don't know, like about anything actually, like anything you are interested in, yeah, technology, whatever. And ETF also is just like the many shares of different companies, like many different companies. It is also a fund, and it's called ETF, and you can just buy it like by a piece. Why they have it? Well, they say it's because like good for trading, because you have the pieces, and then you can, like kind of actively, maybe it's more comfortable to actively like sell it, buy it, I don't know. But it's just different like way to buy this index. So you can buy ETFs if you want. You can buy index mutual funds where you don't have the quantities. You just put the money there and it grows. Yep. Okay. Was there anything? Yeah. Okay, and then there is this little thing, I don't know if I even need to say, but like ETFs usually need full shares, as I said, one quantity, but at least in Nordnet, but in other, I don't know how is it in OP or Nordea, maybe it is actually nowadays possible to buy just like part of the ETF share, kinda. You know, you don't need to buy the whole ETF thing. You can just buy part. As far as I know, not in Nordnet, not in Nordnet. As far as I know, in Nordnet they only have like the whole thing, like you can just buy a whole thing of some ETF. Okay. I think I didn't tell about this bonds and stocks like versus. I just go a bit back in my presentation. But I think I'd also told you that stocks are more risky, volatile. They call it volatility, means when that it goes up and down. You know, high volatility, it's like more risky, goes up and down more often. For example, cryptocurrency is very volatile. You know, like how much is Bitcoin now? You guys know? It's 100,000 euro or something. Like it went like this. Yeah, in last whatever few years, and people who bought it for a few cents, you know, like they are very rich now. So cryptocurrency is very volatile, but also if you buy it, it might really go down. You know, it would just go in one. I bought some cryptos, and they go every hour. Actually, if you want some fun in your life, you want something to be like excited about, to wake up and like look in your phone, you can buy cryptocurrencies, and then you will have some fun, like, you know, following it. But please don't put all your money into that, okay? Because then you will like lose your nerves on that. Of course, you can actually get a lot of money, but most probably you will not be lucky. You know, it's someone else who's lucky. It's not you. Sorry, but it's not like, most probably you will not be the lucky one. So just put something that you are not afraid to lose. Put something that is like, you are ready to say goodbye to this money, okay? Yeah. High volatility is cryptocurrency. Where you can buy cryptocurrency? In Finland, there is this platform as CoinMotion. It's very simple. You just go there inside, you put it to your phone, it's app. Very comfortable. I tried it. It was good. CoinMotion is good. Then there is one, it's actually the only one in Finnish market, but then there is the international one. It has lower fees, but it's more complicated. So if you just want to like try cryptos, you know, you're interested, you just want to feel how it is, just buy it for 10 euro, you know, you can also buy it just for 10 euro. Even though Bitcoin costs 100,000 euro, you don't need to have 100,000 euro to buy Bitcoin. You can just, you can put 10 euro and you will have 0.0000001% of Bitcoin. And you never know, because Bitcoin is like, you know, cryptocurrency is this new thing. You never know. It might actually become like, maybe one day, one Bitcoin will be 1 million euro. You never know. Or maybe it will go down. It will be again 0.50, like 50 cents. You never know these things. So yeah. Then there is Ethereum, maybe you heard. It's the second most popular cryptocurrency in the world. It's like 4,000 euro or something like that. So you might want to look at them. And there are also cryptocurrencies that are very, very cheap, like 20 cents. And then by buying them, who knows, it's the next Bitcoin, right? Who knows, after 10 years, it will be 1 million euro. And then you just bought 10, and then you have 10 million euro. You never know these kind of things. Why we don't have the, like, people who see the future for this? Yeah, if you would have people who see the future, then we would ask them which one we should buy, right? Which one, crypto or stock, we should buy, which will go for sure, like, up. Yep. Let me think. So yeah, I talked about this already before. So we are going to the next, to the end, so I will finish soon. So ways to save money. I'm sorry, this is so bad. or better to say, ways to not lose your money, right? You also, guys, have to focus not only on saving, but also on to gaining, right? To save more, you need to actually gain more. So also think about how you actually can earn more to save more. How the ways to save money are, for example, investing. It's what was my topic about. I talked about it the whole hour. Then there is the savings bank account with higher rates. For example, there is Ferratum Bank, which is Maltese bank from Malta, and it has 3% annual interest, which is quite high. Like Finnish banks, you know how much interest they have? I think they have like 125. 0.1. Yes. Right? It's Finnish banks don't have really interest. Like if you just keep your money in Finnish bank, they are going down. You know, they are disappearing. They are disappearing. So accept that they're disappearing. You have to put them somewhere else, and you also not keep them in cash, because cash is also basically inflation eats it up. So what these savings bank accounts are good for? They are good for emergency fund, right? What is emergency fund? It's when you have some problem. You broke some, I don't know, like something bad happens to you unexpectedly. Your car broke, yeah? And you need the car for work. You cannot be without the car. And the car fixing costs like €1,000. That happened to my husband. And it's like, it's really bad. And if you don't have emergency fund, like you go to the loans. Like you get the loans from your friends or from credit card, and going to loans is bad. It's bad, okay? Like, so you need to have an emergency fund, like few thousands, I don't know. People say it should be 3 to 6 months of your living. So if your life is, for example, €2,000, maybe 2,500, then you should have 5,000 at least. But it's like, you know, you don't have to do it, but it's like kind of, if you lose a job, if you lose your job, then you will have at least some money to, you know, to rely on that time while you are searching for a new job and so on. So the savings bank accounts are good for money that you actually can take fast, right? That you are like putting them there, but then if something happens, you can just take them. So I personally recommend the Ferratum Bank. I started using it myself. They have very high for Finland, and overall in Europe, that may be the highest actually interest, 3%. Then Norwegian Bank is also 2.65 or something annually you will get. So it's somehow beating the inflation. But it's for emergency fund, it's not really investing, but it's somehow saving your money. If you want to save, then it's commonly known that 10% of your income you can save and you will not notice that. You know, you will not notice, you will not feel uncomfortability in your lifestyle, in your level of life. 10% you for sure, tutkitusti, like scientifically proven, that you will not even notice. So please guys, save the money, okay? Don't waste them. 10% at least from your salary you can save. And then 15 to 20% is noticeable at first, but it's quickly adaptable. You will fastly get used to that. So yeah, better for you to do the automatic transfer so you don't need to think about that, you know? Just automatically make in your bank that automatically every month when your salary comes, you just put right away, for example, 15% somewhere, like automatically. You don't need to think about that. It helps a lot. And then if you want to save over 25% of your income, then you will likely feel it unless your lifestyle is very flexible or minimal. You will feel it then, if you want to save more than 25%, yeah. Then you will have to say no to restaurants maybe, to going to movies with friends. Sometimes you will have to do that. Or not buying some, I don't know, bags or clothes sometimes. Yep. So guys, save money. That's really important for you, for your future, for your pension. Don't just waste them. Like I really want people to be independent, you know, not dependent just from salary to salary. I want myself to retire maybe early, you know, if it's possible. I think it's a very inspiring idea not to work until you're 65 years old, you know. And also what happens in Finland, they actually all over the world, not only Finland, in Russia, it's also because, yeah, I know, they are raising the pension age. Yeah, they always raise it because they don't have money, and also they want people to work more, and people are not being born and so on, like all these problems. So like you don't want to work until you're 70, right? You will be already old, you will have pain in your body. Like, at least me also, I'm a massage therapist. I will not be working, I don't want to work until I'm 60. I will already have pain in my joints, you know? I already feel pain in my joints. And I'm only 30. I only started 6 years ago. What will be when I'm like 50 or 60? So, no, not really. Don't think so, yeah. Okay, well, actually, that's it. And then I wanted to, so these are some references where I got my ideas for the, and then I made a Telegram group for those who are interested into, who wanna like explore more these financial grammar things, you know. You can find it by name in Telegram. You just search it and you find like Investors Kuopio. There is currently only one participant, it's me. Huh? Telegram, it's so much more easy. It's so much more comfortable. You will have to get it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you will have to. WhatsApp sucks. I hate it. I hate it. It's so uncomfortable. You have to add every number. It's terrible. Telegram, like, come on. The whole world is in Telegram. At least Russia. Okay, well, Russian people are in Telegram. They are all fully in Telegram. It's so much more comfortable, you know. It's so much more comfortable. Who are in Telegram? Who is on? No, most. I actually noticed many Finnish people are going there. No, everyone is in WhatsApp. Of course, everyone is. And it's. Oh, sorry. It's so uncomfortable. Like, it's so uncomfortable. Instagram. Yeah, I also don't have Instagram. So yeah. Did you, by the way, do you know who made Telegram? The Pavel Durov? Have you heard about him? Yeah, you heard? He actually made recently interview. Did you watch?
It was like a 3-hour interview.
Yeah, 4-hour.
I've only watched a few clips of it.
Okay, yeah, it's actually very inspiring. He made the Telegram, and he was oppressed for that. And recently, they tried to capture him in France because they want to kind of, please don't like there are some terrorists in Telegram. Please give us the access to it. Government wants access, but Pavel is like, no, I am for freedom. I'm for freedom. No, I'm not giving you all that. So governments are trying to push him, but he's not giving up. That's great. He has he's a man of principle. So that's very respectable. Yeah. So if you want together explore this investment thing with me, if I have time, I hope I will have time, we can have a group, Investors Kuopio, in Telegram. Please join, and then we can meet somewhere. Maybe we can do work with NCES, you know, I don't know, with something else. We can invite some speakers. I know one lady in Kuopio who is living completely passively, you know, like on passive income. She is actually full-time investor, and she's not working. Basically, she's only having investments. Like, that's also amazing, inspiring story of her. And we can also invite different things and discuss different things like cryptocurrency and different ways to become wealthy and stable and so on. Yeah. So please go there. And the last thing is that I wanted to mention the multicultural event. That has nothing to do with today's presentation. But there is coming a multicultural event in Kuopio Theater, Kuopion Teatterilla. It's Kuopion Kaupunki. Kuopion Kaupunki is organizing that. So 16th, 11th on Sunday from 1 to 4. Yeah, it's after 1 month about. It's free, everyone are welcome. There will be a lot of cultures, a lot of different countries like presented. I will also present Yakutia. I will make some Yakutian food probably. And there will be also, they also told like other countries will also bring their own food, you know, also they said, please bring some cash because maybe they will be selling something, you know, for little money just to cover expenses. So, or mobile pay works. Yeah, so please welcome. There will be a lot of also singing, dancing, and also they have actually free spaces for performances or culture presenters. So if you feel like you want to present there something, if you want to like, I don't know, perform, singing, dancing, or your own culture, you are welcome. They have free space. We actually had a meeting just yesterday and they had it. So in Instagram, you can find the Maidam Kuopio Festivali. There they have the information about it. Okay. Thank you, guys. That's it.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. Does any of you have any questions you want to ask? I actually have. Me first.
Great.
So I am part of the 20s, the late 20s.
Great.
So I am part of the young people who have time but have no money, unfortunately.
That's the problem,
Yes.
yes.
So if I'm gonna start my investing journey, is it better for me to open it from a Finnish bank or from Nordnet? I've heard that like you can only open in one. Is that true?
Yeah. What you said, investing early or
No,
yearly?
like investing, yeah. I'm gonna
Monthly,
start
like,
investing
yeah.
here in Finland.
Yep.
So is it better if I do it at Nordnet or let's say at OP or Nordea?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know because I didn't try the Nordnet, or I mean, I didn't try the banks, OP or Nordea. I didn't try them. I think it depends, like, on like I don't know what's more comfortable for you. But at least Nordnet, I feel like is more big. It's more like, you know, popular. So I think they might, and I think they might have bigger options what to buy there. So I just went myself for Nordnet, but I didn't study the OP and Nordea Finnish banks. But if you are you maybe have already bank.
Yeah, actually, I actually started investing last year.
Okay,
but I
good.
stopped. I like put 50 euros and then nothing. So do you recommend like just putting, let's say, 10 euros a month or just like 50 euros per quarter, or which one is better?
Per month. Yeah, per month. 10 euro per month is better because then by buying every month you will like buy the middle price, you know, because each month, each day, each month it will be different. Sometimes it will be high, sometimes it will be low. So by investing each month, you will make the price like middle, you know? Yeah. But which bank you have? Like, was it comfortable? OP. Okay, yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah.
I was just going to say, does Nordnet, does it have like an automated function, like just from your bank, or does it not?
I'm not sure. I think they should have. I'm not sure actually. I think they should have that.
Yeah, so you don't have to like think about it.
Yeah. I also don't know that, unfortunately.
They have at least for indexes.
Okay.
They have at least for index funds.
Okay, yeah, good to know. Good to know, yeah. So they have. So they can take right away from your salary, from your Finnish bank to Nordnet. So you don't need to think about that. That's good.
It's okay, I can hold it. Okay. Any other questions?
I can ask a question.
Yes.
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for this wonderful topic and for even inviting the live stream. You are breaking the culture, which I believe holds internationals back here in Kuopio. Yeah, my question is, how do I purchase shares from Microsoft or Coca-Cola? And how do I purchase bonds? What process do I have to follow?
Yeah.
Thank you.
About bonds, as I told, I don't know actually, unfortunately. You will have to study it yourself. Maybe in our investors club in Telegram, you know, and by meeting, we can actually figure that out, you know? We can figure this out where we can buy bonds. Stocks or shares, And it's the same thing. You can buy, for example, from Nordnet, at least for sure. If you are a customer of OP or Nordea Bank or other big Finnish bank, you can see if they have the separate shares. Maybe they usually maybe have the funds only. I'm not sure actually. But at least Nordnet, they have different shares. You can just, there type like Apple, and then there will come Apple.com, and then you see the price, you will see the dividends, and so on. Like, you can do like that. Yep. Any other questions? Yep.
I actually have a question and my personal experience to share. First of all, I will start with my experience. So I came from Bangladesh. I actually own 3 startups there. And you mentioned about the compound interest. So I actually started one of my startup in 2019, and I invested around, if it's equivalent to euros, like 500 euros or something like that. And I never invested anything after that. It was like when I started getting revenue, the money I actually get from the revenue, I invested that money into my business. So lucky for me, and probably some smart planning from my team and my other partners, we actually grew exponentially after that. And right now we are actually exporting our products in multiple countries, like around 3 countries in Asia. And we are also develop another business for import-export. And we are now partnering with different companies in Australia and in China. So that is a personal experience about the compound interest.
Wow.
And about investment, I actually invested some money in our stock market, but in Bangladesh, the market is very volatile. So it didn't actually pan out there, but I believe things are quite different in Europe and probably in North America. So I think...
Sorry, where did you say you invested? In Bangladesh?
In the stock market.
In the stock market of Bangladesh?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so it's volatile. Yeah.
I think even if you invest on average for different companies as a good portfolio, it will still not be enough to get enough reserve in the long run. So this is actually my experience. But if you invest in Europe, probably in Finland or in North America, things can be quite better because the market is more stable there. Yep. And there are lots of companies who are investing a lot in R&D. So new companies are regularly emerging in the market who are investing in new ideas. For example, there are companies in artificial intelligence and probably new technology in telemedicine and new scientific breakthroughs that are changing the barriers, making new innovation into the market. So that's why I think everyone should invest more in this market, because we are not only doing it for ourselves, we are making sure this innovation are flourishing in the market. Okay.
That's
so
true.
My experience and some opinion. I have a question for myself. So I'm right now I'm having my master's in UEF, and as an international student, I don't know what are the legalities or compliance related for investing in Finland. Thank you.
Yeah, so you, as a student, you have visa B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's visa A.
Visa A.
Visa A. Ah, okay. So it means that you can work like full time?
No, 30 hours.
30 hours.
30 hours. But when you have, in which visa you can work like full time?
A work permit.
Work permit. Okay, yeah. Okay. So what you get when you are married to Finnish person?
The same A.
It's the A, but you can work then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Actually, I don't know, I cannot, actually, I don't know the answer to that question, unfortunately, again. Yeah, I don't know if you have, huh?
I don't think there's any limit.
I don't think there is any limit, yeah, if you,
Yeah. Okay.
You can just like go on your like whatever bank app you have and you can make an appointment with them.
Now, is there any like taxes related to that or any?
You'll get taxed at some point.
No, that's all right. If the taxes is there, is fine. But is there any problem like?
What I know is like, for example, for
as long as it's 1,000, your profit, less than 1,000 euros, you can get it tax-free.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
You could pay 1,000.
Yeah.
Make 1,000, take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, according about the tax, it's like in Finland you can have two investment accounts: is AOT and OST. So, AOT is the like basic like what is it like? You will just you will get it like for sure. Like kinda, it's like the how to say like basic kinda. And then OST is like more has some different taxation like benefits. But what is bad is that in OST you can only buy stocks. And actually, if you want to buy stocks, as Ezekiel asked, if you want to buy separate stocks like Apple, for example, yeah, like separately, you should do it definitely only through OST. And then you can buy and sell them without any tax. You will only have to pay tax when you withdraw the money. Yeah, when you will just take the money to your bank account, only then you will have to pay 30% tax, I think. But if it's under 1,000, but you know, this 1,000 thing is so little because it means that you have to like sell inside the 1,000, you know? If you have to, it's not from your profit. It's like you have to sell and sell for 1,000, less than 1,000. If you sell 1,001, you will be 30% taxed. So it's actually very little amount, like it's kind of like, and then, but of course you are not taxed for the whole 1,000. You are taxed 30% only for your profit. Yeah, but you have to sell 1,000, maximum 1,000, less than 1,000. Yeah, and then there is AOT. There you will be taxed anyways. Also there applies the 1,000 thing, but you will be taxed. Yeah, there. But in OST, you can do whatever you want, sell as much as you want, unless you are withdrawing the money, it will be without tax. Yeah, so there you can actually do trading and so on, kind of, in OST. And OST you can have only in one bank, like either in Nordea or OPE or in Nordnet. Like that OST you can have only one. That's what you mentioned. Yeah, but AOT you can have, I think, many. Like you can have in your bank, you can have in Nordnet also. But you have to pay the tax. But for long run, it's okay because like you will accumulate money there for a long time, right? Anyways, like you will just, yeah, it's the bad thing. Like you cannot buy funds really through OST. Like tax-free, you cannot buy funds. If you want to buy index funds that I talked about and that I recommended, you have to do it through AOT. And then you have to pay the tax here. But if your horizon is anyways like pension, then it's, yeah, you will pay the tax when you will be like 60 or something, yeah. Then you will pay this 30% tax, and only on the profit that you made, not on all the money, only on the profit. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone?
That's for sure.
I think I have a question.
Okay.
All right, good evening, everyone. I wish to ask that if we're investing, for example, and we if we invest, for example, let's say 1,000 euros, and you did mention like we get a dividend of about 0.3% or so, why not like to invest that money in a business like locally where you get to earn more profit? What is the advantage of like investing in the share where you earn just like about 0.35% after 3 months?
Yeah, but it's only the dividend that is the 0.3. But then the share itself, the stock itself can grow. You know, for example, like Google most probably will grow anyways. So in the long run, it's good. So you can now buy it, for example, how much it costs, like 400 euro, and then after 10 years it will be maybe, who knows, like 800 euro. So you will get from that, you know, the difference. But in local business, it's possible, but I don't know if it's so easy, like to find local businesses in what you can invest, and then also it's also kind of risky. Maybe it's not as easy, you know, as then just going to an app and then buying it, you know, and then you quite sure that it will grow. But local business, you have to find the person and who is that and how he is going to like do the business and so on. Like it's like kind of tricky, but you can do it, of course, if you. But it's also, I think it's kind of more risky because you don't know how the person will perform. But you said about the startups, right? Yeah, you invested in startup and it went well, right? Yep, that's good. But I somewhere heard that 95% of startups fail. Like, that's a big amount, you know? So you were very lucky that you like had the startup that was in 5% that actually like was very successful. I think usually it is very like not so good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And also, yeah, also if you want to be like do the startup, you can be the startup angel, as I heard. Yes. But for that, I think you need like a lot of money, maybe like tens of thousands. Actually, you would have more about that, right? Like about experience about that. Like I guess you need like more money to go into that, to be a startup angel. You cannot go there with like 500 euro, for example.
Even millions, I think.
Even millions,
yeah,
you have to have.
If you want to be an angel.
Okay, maybe, yeah, maybe like, yeah, tens, hundreds of thousands you should have, yeah. So it's hard.
Any more questions?
Okay. Thank you so much, Anastasia, for this very eye-opening event. So the lesson is we should start investing.
Yes.
We should download the app or whatever and put some money.
Come to Telegram group and then we will do it together, you know, we will go this way together. And actually here they don't have any like groups about investments really. They have one, but Finnish speaking, this Osake Säästäjät. I am there also. I started to go to their events, but it's mostly like older people, like older Finnish people, and then they have they send the invitation through email, and then you come, and then you discuss. It's also very good, I think, but it would be nice to have something, you know, like English speaking, like more young blood kind of vibe, you know, like something like new and like, you know, more active maybe. So I went to one meeting, and then there was a guy from CoinMotion, so he was basically the seller, yeah? So he came to advertise this CoinMotion, their company. And so he told about how it works and about cryptocurrency and so on, and why we should actually, you know, actually consider it. So it was that. And then they also have like just talks. I don't know what they talk about. Like, next week there will be meeting, and it will be about gold. Yeah. So there will be a guy from gold mining company or from gold something. So he will tell why you should invest in gold. Yeah. Why you should have something about gold. And then he will talk about that for 1 hour. And of course he tries to promote his company, right? And then after that we will stay, and then we will discuss like who bought gold, how was the experience, what do you usually know about it, and so on.
You can go and come out.
Yes.
Yeah, I will go and tell you. I can don't do that. I will do that.
Yes. If you guys are interested, you can join the Telegram, and maybe at NSES we can also ask the person you said who is now living through his or her investment as our next event.
That would be cool.
Yes. So we also have a Telegram group and a WhatsApp group. So that's NSES community. So North Savo Entrepreneurship Society. Follow us for more events like this, and we'll probably have an event about your startup as well. So, for context, North Savo Entrepreneurship Society is a student-led organization, but we're now trying to make it for everyone because I'm not going to be a student anytime soon. And then all our events are free, and our goal is to help students or anyone be a world-class entrepreneur. So we have the networks, the support that you need if you want to have your own startup. Right now we have two startups under our, or that we've helped or part of, kind of. So one is Receptive AI. It's about like if you have a complaint about your boss or something, and you write it unfiltered, and then it will get across that person, the recipient, to be more professional and with critical thinking. And another one, we had this event, Elevate, Idea Accelerator Program. So we held it last April, and the point is, it is a rigorous 1 week workshops wherein you have an idea when you come in, and then at the end you can pitch it. You can basically sell your idea to investors. And the one who won, Valtteri, his startup is about Voima. It's a game. You can download it. It's at Voima, voima.gg. So that's the game. And he won that event. He won also a cash prize of 500 euros, which he can use for his startup. And just last month, he registered his company. So that's like the two things that we're doing now. And there's another one about Shifty AI. So it's like shifting schedules in hospitals and in hotels. So that's another startup that's brewing. So if you have any idea, it can be anything, we can help you with that. Also, one other example is there is a student named Thao. We helped her with her eyelash extension business, doing the marketing and all that stuff. So, and if you have other expertise that you want to share to the community, you can also share it and join us. Yes. Don't worry, we're looking for funding. UEF Savonia. So, and yeah. So all our events are free and open for everyone. So you could share it to everyone. And we usually have events at least thrice a month. Yes. And thank you so much, Anastasia. Anastasia is also part of the community, hence she's also one of our speakers. So usually it's just us helping, but we also have other speakers coming from outside of Kuopio. Yeah. And hopefully soon we're gonna invite VCs as well, venture capitals, investors, angels that she has mentioned, if we have really good ideas.